Hi everyone, this is Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and today, actually grab the stamp set, we are going to make this fun card. You're kind of a big deal. And I was just noticing actually for the eye, for the big, kind of mimics the whale's tail. That was very clever of the artist to do that. So I think it's a fun card for like a graduation, or Father's Day, or retirement, or any reason that you're celebrating something special or achievable. And so I actually copied this card directly from the new catalog on page 53. This stamp set's been around for a little bit, but I really I like the card. I love these two colors next to each other. These are two new ink colors. This is Parakeet Party, the green, and the blue is Starry Sky. And so I really like those two colors together. So this was a club project, and I had to alter it just in one way. In the catalog, it uses the new In Color Designer Series paper, like the printed paper. So it uses polka dot paper, which really would look nice, but I didn't have enough for everyone in club. So I improvised, right? That's what we do. So I just used a solid piece of the Parakeet Party, and I used my gingham, I always call it argyle, the gingham embossing folder. And so I think it would have been a little bit too flat if I just left it plain. So this gives it something, although I really like it with a polka dot paper. I'll be honest, but I didn't have enough. So that's anyways where I got the card from. So I figured I'd show you how it comes together. So the card base is Pool Party. It's just a standard size card, cut in half. So it's 5.5 by 4.25. And we're going to use, I think I already have them on blocks. Yeah. So we're going to use, right now we're going to use the fish stamp. We will use the heart. We're going to use You're Kind of a Big Deal, but these ones would work really nicely, and we will use these little polka dots too. All right, so I'll start with our Pool Party. Oh, I always seem to get ink. Okay, so the cool thing about these fish are you can have them swimming in this direction, and you can turn it over, have them swimming in this direction. They kind of work for both ways. So I'm actually, again, I just copied the catalog, but I'm going to have these guys swim this way and these guys swim this way. So I'm just going to hold it in that direction. So it's kind of a tone on tone with the Pool Party ink on the Pool Party paper. So now I'm going to flip over my stamp, and I'm going to go this direction. And I'll do some down here, and really we're only going to see a little bit of the side edges of it. Okay. And then I already cut, it looks like a hotel door tag, or you know what I mean, or it could be a wine tag. But let me get the ruler so I can tell you what size I made it. It is 3 inches by 5. And then I cut a circle. I first cut a circle. These are the new stylish shaped dies. I love them. They kind of take the place of the retired, what are they called, stitched shaped dies from many years ago, and they retired them a little back. And those had ovals, squares, and circles. But I love how they introduced these banner shapes. And then I love, this is a really small circle, which they haven't had. So it's like a little over 3/4 inch. They haven't had such a small circle die or punch in a long time. So I'm happy about that. But I used, I think, the middle one. So anyways, I cut it out, and they will make this, it's hard, I don't know if you can see, but the inner circle are like dots. So like if you punched out a circle, which I did here, there's like dots. But then what's left behind, so you get embossing on the cutout part. It's a little harder to see on this one because I texturize it, but they're like dashes. So they're dots and dashes. So it's kind of cool. It's a nice little detail, and that's on all of them. Okay. So I have that. And the reason why I did the circle, I'm going to stamp on the circle and then we'll put that on top. Oh, I was hoping my little smudge would be hidden. I'm going to actually turn it over because it doesn't matter about my stitching because we won't see it. Okay. Also going to grab a stamp mat because these are photopolymer stamps, so I want to get a good stamp. So this is the new Starry Sky. Let's see, it's brand new. I haven't even put my stickers on it yet. And this is You're Kind of a Big Deal. I think I might give this to my dad for Father's Day. I think he will get a kick out of it. And then the heart that was in that same whale set, I'm going to use the new Sweet Sorbet, which is really nice. I'm going to call it pink, but it's like its own color. All right. And then I can glue it here if I wanted to, so I could center it this way. Or if I wanted to, and this is what I did with my sample, I actually used dimensionals. So what I'm going to do, flatten this out first. I'm going to guess where my center is. And then this is where I center that, so I didn't guess very good. So I'm going to move this kind of where that looks good. I'll lift this up, hold that down, put glue, and put that back down. Make sure before it glues all the way down that that's where I want it. Yep. Okay, glue that down. And now I'm going to put dimensionals on this one. And then put that down. Of course, can I move it over? No, it's stuck. All right, so there we go. So you can see the fish on the side just a little bit. I have there, and then we have to make the whale. So how we do that is a whale punch. So you get all these pieces, so it's like a builder punch. I'm going to use the Starry Sky. I really only need, although I'm going to end up doing the whole thing, I really only want the whale and his little fin. I could always make another whale with these other pieces later, but I only really want those two pieces. And then I want, with Pool Party, I want this piece, so that's like the whale's belly. And the same thing, so I'm actually going to, I don't need the whole thing, so sometimes you can finagle it. All right, so it's going to be a little waste, but I want this piece. So now what I want to do, I'm going to flip my whale on this side because I want him to go like that. It just, the colors, it's just so pretty. And here's the whale. So this is little spots. So I've had this stamp set for a long time, and I just thought those were like bubbles, you know, bubbles for the animals, which they can be, right? They could be like from the whale, but they can also be the spots. So that's what I'm going to use it for. So I have my Versamark ink, and I have little spots. So we're going to emboss it with white embossing powder. So I'm just going to kind of put some, I'm going to flip it over so they're not exactly the same. I think I have them on there. I keep my embossing powder in labeled. This one's white in a plastic covered bin here, or container. Oops. And I keep a spoon in each container, so each spoon goes for each color that I have. I didn't bring a paintbrush up here. I'll just use my fingers. Okay. So now I'm going to use my heat gun. I'm going to put it on the higher speed, and I like to hold it down, if I can find them, with scissors. I've held it down with my paintbrush, which happened to be plastic, and then it melted the plastic on my paper, so the metal won't melt. So it'll just take a minute. It's going to be loud. So the white will turn. You'll see in a second. I'll get a little, oh yeah, see there it goes a little shiny and bright. So that powder is melting. I just love embossing. So this is just a tiny little effect, but it looks so nice. So now I'm going to glue that onto his belly. I'm actually going to hold tweezers to do it. Just need that's probably even too much glue. And then we have his other fin, whale, arm. I don't know what it's called. I'm just going to put glue on that side and put this down. Probably should have put it in the other direction, but that's okay. And then for the eye, so where'd my punch go? There is this tiny little circle that you could use for an eye, but I swiped it away when here it is. It's tiny. So to put glue on that to get down that is like crazy. So what I'm doing instead, these are the classic matte dots, so there's little black dots. So I'm going to use that as the eye. And it gives it a little bit raised too. And so then you can either pop him up or do him flat. These ones I've done flat, so I'll pop this one up just so you can see the difference of the two. Let's see. Just put 2 dimensionals there. And then I did these arms kind of close together, so I'll just see if I can move it a little space. Ooh. Okay, I won't touch it. So there you go. So you can kind of see this one's popped up a little bit and that one's flat. I just think it's so cute. I love the color combination of the pool party, the Parakeet Party, and the Starry Sky, to get the colors right. And again, that is right in the catalog, so you can copy it straight from there. And again, if you wanted to use the polka dotted paper, I think that would look really nice, or just use the plain paper and emboss it with a folder that you already have. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, visit my blog, get on my mailing list so you can be in contact with me, and I'll send you all sorts of great information. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.